Hi everyone, I'm Ranjit Desai. This is the first tutorial in a series I'm making for OpenFOAM. In this tutorial we will discuss how to use FreeCAD to import and prepare geometry for meshing with snappyHexMesh. Here in your front is FreeCAD and the user interface we have. We can create a new file. You can go ahead and hit import and browse to the location that we have I've saved our file. I'm going to go there now. I put my STL here, so its name is dropshaft. I'm going to open it, and we have a 3D file here opened as a mesh. What we want to do is go ahead in the part workbench, select our mesh, go in part, create a shape from the mesh. Will ask us a prompt. We want to save the shape, and we will keep the default tolerance of 0.1 and hit OK. Now it has created a mesh out of it. We can delete this original mesh. Now we have a part made, but the problem with this part is it is not treated as a solid, so we will go ahead and convert this part into a solid. Now we have a solid part. We can go ahead and delete this one. Now the next step comes up as we want to separate all these faces from and combine all these planar faces and separate them as boundaries. One way I found to do that is by using this shape builder tool. We will select our part, go in the shape builder, we will hit shell from faces, we will tick, this is by default selected, refine shape. This will combine the faces, and we will select all the faces, and when we click on any one face, it selects all the faces. It will take a little bit of time because there are a lot of faces, and then we go ahead and create. Now this has created the mesh, so I will close this thing. So now I have a shell, so I can again go ahead and delete the solid, and you can see now I have a planar surface which for all these inlets, which was not there before. And now the next step comes to be, this is not a single surface that I'm having, there are multiple ways to do it, but one I follow is to use this command explode compound, and the moment you do that, the shell is exploded into multiple surfaces, and now you can select individual surface as a shell and rename it. I'm going to name it inlet 1. You can hit spacebar to hide that surface. Now you can see only one surface is hidden. You can select this one. Go ahead, I'm going to name it inlet 2. This has outlet, and I'm going to combine these top two surfaces into a single surface, even though they are separated a little bit, but they can be combined. And I'm going to name it as top. And you can see we have hidden, and now the only things that are remaining are walls. I'm going to hit Shift B to activate box select and select all of it. Then again create a union. I'll give a warning, but I'm going to ignore it and hit yes, and it will create a fusion. I'm going to rename it in the label as walls. Right now I can again display these things, and I can one by one now export these surfaces and use them for snappyHexMesh, which will be a part of another tutorial, and I will show you how to do that. So I'm just going to export these things and put them in a folder. So make sure you are exporting them as stl.stl files and name them for whatever boundary names you have. Export the same inlet 2, export the top, and export the walls, and that's it. Now we will have all of these files in the geometry folder, and all these files together make up our geometry and the definition of the domain, which we can use in snappyHexMesh to create the mesh that we want. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Have a great time for me.